Let me introduce you to Charlie, a boy from the peaceful town of Meadowbrook. Nestled between rolling hills and sparkling streams, Meadowbrook was the kind of place where everyone knew each other, and kindness was a way of life. Charlie had a smile that could cheer up anyone, and a heart bigger than his backpack. He was the sort of friend who would always notice if you were feeling down and do his best to lift your spirits. He wasn't the biggest or fastest, but he had a spirit full of sunshine and kindness. Whether he was playing games or helping a friend, Charlie's gentle nature made him special to everyone around him. He loved listening to stories about magical places and dreamed of adventure beyond the rolling green hills. Sometimes he'd spend hours imagining what lay beyond the horizon, his mind filled with wonder and curiosity. Charlie spent his days exploring, making friends with animals, and seeing the world for what it could be. Every day was a new opportunity for discovery, and he greeted each one with open arms. His parents always told him, "Let your heart be your compass." They believed that kindness and courage would guide him through anything life brought his way. Charlie believed kindness was a kind of magic, that if you were good to the world, it would be good to you. He tried to help others whenever he could, no matter how small the gesture. He lived simply, spreading joy wherever he went. His laughter was contagious, and his friends loved being around him. But sometimes, life brings challenges you never expect. Even in a place as lovely as Meadowbrook, storms can roll in when you least expect them. For Charlie, that challenge was waiting in the shadows of the woods he loved so much. The forest, usually a place of wonder, now seemed to hold secrets and mysteries. His peaceful life was about to change. The air felt different, and Charlie sensed that something important was about to happen. And a big adventure was just around the corner. With his heart full of hope, Charlie was ready to face whatever came next. Let's see what happens when a big heart meets a big challenge. Charlie's journey is about to begin, and who knows what wonders and tests await him. On the edge of Meadowbrook stood the mysterious Whispering Woods, a place where secrets seemed to drift on every breeze, and the trees whispered ancient tales to those who dared to listen. Deep inside, hidden beneath a canopy of emerald leaves, a magical flower called the Lumina glowed, its gentle light keeping the valley bright and healthy, nourishing every living thing in Meadowbrook. One day, the Lumina's light began to fade, its glow growing weaker with each passing hour, and worry spread quickly through the town like a cold wind. Elder Alara, the wisest in the village, explained that the flower needed water from the distant Sunstone Spring, high in the Crystal Mountains, a place few had ever seen. The journey was dangerous. No one had tried it in 100 years, and the path was said to be filled with wild creatures and twisting trails. The grown-ups were afraid, unsure who could save the Lumina, their faces shadowed with doubt and fear of the unknown. That's when Charlie, a young boy with a brave heart, stepped forward, his determination shining brighter than the fading flower. "I'll go," he said, his voice steady and clear, determined to help his home and the people he loved. The town fell silent, surprised by his courage, as if the very air was holding its breath. But in Charlie's eyes they saw hope, a spark that reminded them of the magic that once filled their lives. Sometimes, the smallest voice can spark the biggest change, inspiring even the most doubtful hearts to believe again. Charlie's adventure was about to begin, and with every step, he carried the hopes of Meadowbrook with him. And Meadowbrook's fate rested on his small but determined shoulders, as he looked back one last time before stepping forward. Would he succeed? Only time would tell, as the woods seemed to close behind him, holding their secrets tight. The journey into the woods was about to start, and a new chapter for Meadowbrook was unfolding with every brave step Charlie took. No one faces a great adventure alone. Charlie's best friends, Lily and Sam, joined him right away. Lily, smart and resourceful, brought maps and healing herbs. Sam, strong and practical, packed tools, food, and walking sticks. Together, they prepared for every challenge the woods might throw at them. Charlie gathered promises from his family and the special bottle for the Sunstone Spring. Most importantly, he packed his courage and kindness. The three friends were ready, not just with supplies, but with trust in each other. With hearts full of hope, they set out toward the unknown. Their friendship would be their greatest strength. The adventure was real now. The fate of Meadowbrook depended on them. And so, their journey began. The Whispering Woods tested them quickly. Soon they reached the Grumbling Gorge, a deep chasm with only a shaky rope bridge. Fear crept in as the wind howled and the bridge swayed. Sam hesitated, and even Charlie felt doubt for the first time. "Maybe we're just kids," he whispered, thinking of home. But Lily reminded him, "We're here for the Lumina, for everyone." Sam steadied himself, offering to go first. Their courage inspired Charlie to stand up and face his fear. Together they crossed the bridge, legs shaking but hearts strong. True bravery isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. The friends learned that courage grows when you lean on each other. The journey pressed on, and so did they. The hardest part was behind them, or so they thought. The woods had more tests in store, but the friends were ready to face them, together. Next, the friends reached a wide, rushing river with no bridge in sight. The water thundered past, making it clear that crossing would not be easy. The children exchanged worried glances, wondering how they would ever get to the other side. In the middle sat a giant turtle who challenged them with a riddle. "I have cities but no houses, mountains but no trees, water but no fish. What am I?" His deep voice echoed across the river, and the friends realized this was no ordinary crossing. Lily and Sam guessed, but the answer eluded them. They tried to remember every riddle they'd ever heard, but nothing seemed to fit. As the river roared, Charlie noticed the turtle's shell tangled with painful vines. The turtle shifted uncomfortably, clearly in distress, but still waited patiently for their answer. Instead of focusing on the riddle, Charlie stepped forward and offered to help the turtle. He realized that sometimes, the real challenge is seeing when someone needs a hand. The friends worked together, freeing the turtle from the vines. Carefully, they untangled the plants, showing patience and teamwork. Grateful, the turtle revealed the answer. A map. His eyes sparkled with kindness, and the children felt a wave of relief and pride. "Climb on my back," he said. "I'll take you across." The children eagerly accepted, trusting their new friend. Kindness opened the way where cleverness alone could not. The river, once impossible, now became a path forward. The friends learned that sometimes, helping others is the key to moving forward. Their teamwork and compassion made all the difference. The river challenge was behind them, and they cheered together, feeling stronger than before. Their hearts and their bond grew stronger. They knew they could face whatever came next, as long as they stuck together. The Crystal Mountains now loomed ahead, shining in the distance like a promise and a challenge. The final test was waiting at the summit, higher and more mysterious than anything they'd faced before. Would their courage and kindness be enough to see them through the last challenge? The answer was just ahead, waiting to be discovered. The climb up the Crystal Mountains was steep and cold. Sam's strength and Lily's wisdom helped them reach the summit together. At last, they found the Sunstone Spring, a pool of shimmering golden water. Charlie filled the special bottle, its glow lighting up their faces. They had done it, faced every challenge and kept their promise. The journey back felt lighter, as if the woods themselves cheered them on. They returned not just as kids, but as heroes. The glowing bottle carried hope for all of Meadowbrook. Their adventure had changed them forever. They had proven that courage, smarts, and kindness could overcome anything. The town's future was in their hands. The final step was to save the Lumina. The adventure was almost complete. The friends returned to Meadowbrook, greeted by cheers and hugs. Charlie poured the glowing water onto the fading Lumina flower. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the flower burst with brilliant light, saving the town. Joy and color returned to every corner of Meadowbrook. The Whispering Woods felt magical, not scary. The town celebrated for days, honoring Charlie, Lily, and Sam as heroes. But Charlie felt more than pride. He felt grateful. He was thankful for his friends, his town, and the lessons he'd learned. Bravery isn't about never being scared, and strength isn't just about muscles. The greatest strength is a kind heart. Charlie's adventure was over, but his heart was fuller than ever. The lessons of courage and kindness would guide him always, and Meadowbrook would never forget the boy with the big heart.